is about the only thing that hunting dogs might love more than birds. What's for dinner?
NutriSource adult chicken and rice dog food.
We're batching, baking, and bagging a high-protein premium meal for your pup with NutriSource pet food. It's a customized see-through tackle box that organizes your musky baits with a security feature just in case.
People are passionate about outdoor equipment. Get this, Americans spend more than $20 billion a year on gear. But no one ever really sees how their stuff gets made.
Well, that's where we come in. Each week, we throw open the factory doors and give you a behind-the-scenes look at how your favorite gear is made.
Made for the outdoors.
Annually, Americans spend more than $60 billion, billion with a B, on their pets. Because doggone it, it is just hard to say no to those puppy dog eyes. They are our best friends, our hunting buddies, and their family. One thing that Ella and I always have in common is we love food. Look at that focus. Shake. Good girl. Other paw. Good job. And as pet parents, it's our job to make sure that our pups are getting a well-balanced, healthy diet. Let's now learn how NutriSource says their premium pet food is made for our high-performance pups.
We absolutely love animals. I think that's a big part of why we do what we do. And obviously animals are really part of the family now.
Tuffy's pet food gets its name from Daryl Tuffy Nelson. Tuffy started Pine Lakes Feed Mill in Pura, Minnesota back in 1947.
Tuffy was my grandfather's name. People ask how he got that nickname. You know, he was about a 12-year-old boy and actually fell out of a tree. A bunch of the local older boys saw him, and my grandpa made sure not to cry and kind of raised his chin up a little bit and started calling him a tough kid, and then it led to Tuffy. So.
Then in 1964, Tuffy's son Kenny Nelson developed Tuffy's Dog Food Company. Tails have been wagging ever since. After 39 years of manufacturing economy line pet food, the company leaped into super premium products and named them NutriSource. Now it's a third-generation business, with Charlie Nelson carrying on the family legacy.
We love the industry, love the people that are involved in the industry. It's a unique handshaking business yet, which is a lot of fun. And we have a lot of outdoorsmen, in our community, love to hunt and fish and take care of their dogs like family members and stuff. So it's an enjoyable industry, and we are really excited about the future.
In 2015, the company opened this new state-of-the-art $70 million manufacturing facility. Pura, Minnesota's population is just over 3,000, and a large portion of this small town houses Tuffy's pet food. Well, John, thanks for having us. We're excited to see what goes into this process, but what are we making today?
Today we'll be making our NutriSource adult chicken and rice. It's our #1 selling dry pet food, and we'll be following that through the process.
Being a food plant, safety precautions are a priority. Smock, hairnet, bye-bye blonde curls, hello redhead, bump hat.
Now we're ready to go.
Plus, washing your hands and getting a foot bath. Little foot bath. This complies with global standards for food safety. So the process starts here in the mill. All of the raw ingredients are brought in by the truckload. Come on in, guys.
We receive such things as brown rice, barley, white rice.
We're able to buy a lot of ingredients local, which is huge for us. I mean, we're Minnesota, we're Midwest. We want to do as much business as we can that makes sense for us, and it's good for local communities.
Some good-looking barley. just one of the ingredients that we need for our dog food. The barley falls down into an auger and shoots up into a storage bin. 3 large pipelines then blow the raw materials a block away to the extrusion facility. The adult chicken and rice dog food formula provides premium nutrition because of a few key ingredients.
Our first ingredient is chicken, okay? Real chicken, high protein, low fat. Then we have our barley, which is great, easy digestible carbohydrate source. Brown rice, white rice, easy on the stomach. Again, it's a good digestible protein, okay? And we have flaxseed as well. We've got pre and probiotics to help aid in digestion. The whole science behind NutriSource is having high quality ingredients.
Now that we have our ingredients, it's time to batch, bake, and bag. Plus, what's that mean? Find out what the flashing lights are all about next on Made for the Outdoors.
Made for the Outdoors is brought to you by NutriSource, Nordic Components, Banks Outdoors, River Valley Power Sports, Ice Castle Fish Houses, Yugo, and Suzuki Marine.
Welcome back to Made for the Outdoors. Bird dogs are fit for the field. Their hunting instincts are on point. And a high-performance pup demands a premium nutritional dog food. NutriSource's #1 selling pet food for active dogs is their adult chicken and rice dog food.
We're in Perr, Minnesota, small town in central Minnesota. We're actually in Tuffy's Pet Foods. There's a lot of satisfaction in putting together a food that performs well for the pet and for the owners. And again, pets are part of our families.
Producing this premium food has a number of steps. The mixing process is not accessible to see, so we're off to the extrusion zone, aka cooking and cutting.
The product is cooked in the extrusion process, and by the time it gets through the extruder, then it's also formed and cut into the small kibbles.
What's that mean?
Lindsay, this is the control room for our entire extrusion process. So everything from controlling the extruders, through the dryers, through coating, and through cooling that we'll be taking a look at today.
The machines do the work, but these guys call the shots.
Exactly right.
Master Control keeps a close eye on every step of the process.
It's really an art form for them to tweak things as they go so that we get a consistent product out the other end, and it's very important that we have good employees that are very skilled that can do that sort of thing.
From here, they can monitor the drying process. This is our first look at our dog food. The poor pups at home are probably drooling. Now it's time to season our food. Just like how we salt or pepper our steak, the dog food is coated with a little salmon, duck, or canola oil, among others. The kibble is then cooled for about 20 minutes and stored in these large bins.
We have 30 finished good bins that follow the cooling process, and each one of those 30 bins can hold up to 30 ton of product. Throughout the process, we're pulling samples that we send to our QA lab, and some of the things that we test for, in particular related to what's important to a performance dog, is the protein level, the fat level, and what kind of energy your pet is able to get from the food.
This is kind of the workhorse for the lab. It's our near infrared. This predicts the protein, fat, and moisture of all the products.
This has to be one of the most important steps. You guys are very proud of your safety and then also the testing.
When the customer reads that guaranteed analysis, it says the protein's X, the fat's Y, and the moisture is this, we're confident, and they're confident that we're meeting those expectations.
Going up. And after it passes inspection, it's time to oversee bagging. Quite a production. This gives you a sense of all the working parts moving at once.
Lindsay, I hope you're not afraid of heights. This is our packaging area.
Yeah.
As you can see, we have 2 lines running currently. We've got a small bag line that's running directly below us, and then over to our right a little bit, we have a large bag line.
Just checking the hair. Nice. Just like baling hay, all over again. Well, we stack the 5-pound bags. The large bags embark on a 2-block conveyor belt ride to palletizing. All right, so this is Chase and Jeff, and these guys are running the palletizer. I've never seen the hair net for the beard, but I'm impressed. Safety first. The large pallets are stored here in this 300,000 square foot warehouse. This is kind of what doggy heaven looks like, right?
We've got a little everything in the warehouse here.
Yeah, this is the adult dog food that we made today. 6,000 semi-loads a year, shipping approximately 120,000 tons.
That's what's so fun about it, is if you know you do the hard work, kind of behind the scenes, and getting that bag on the shelf and then ultimately getting it into somebody's hands, we're gonna have a long-time customer and a happy one.
NutriSource pet food is made for the outdoors, tested, and dog approved. Up next, it's a customized see-through tackle box that organizes your musky baits with a security feature just in case.
Okay, go.
Anglers spend their hard-earned dollars on lures, baits, hooks, sinkers, and more, with the hopes of landing their biggest fish yet.
Wow!
Just in Case is helping us see clearly why their tackle box is made for the outdoors. This is a virtually unbreakable, lockable, clear musky custom tackle box. It can support your weight as a fishing platform, can be customized for your boat, and safely stores your expensive baits. Just in Case is a small startup business based in Waconia, Minnesota. The first tackle box was created in 2007 by entrepreneur Bob Schmidt in his basement. 5 clear tackle boxes turned into 10. Now business is in the thousands. This is the shop. Call it all-in-one, if you will.
This is the lunchroom. This is accounting and finance. This is where the receptionist also sits in terms of when we have customers that come in and answer the phone. Sales, marketing.
And a step to the right of marketing is where production begins. These tackle boxes require a lot of polycarbonate, which is the same strong transparent material used in cell phones, safety glasses, and plane cockpits.
30 times stronger than plexiglass, 200 times stronger than glass.
The boxes are so strong, you can stand on them.
I don't even know what the capacity is. I put my Denali up on top, which was 7,000 pounds, and it did fine there as well. Polycarbonate also blocks the UV rays, which is important as well.
Bob created this Clearview musky case as a solution to his own fishing dilemma.
Brought my musky tackle box in at the end of the season, end of November, early December. Sure enough, the dividers were getting eaten and melting from the soft twister tails and the soft rubbers. And I found baits at the bottom that I didn't know were there by the time I found them. End of the season, rusted, junk, that kind of thing. So I've now created the ability for somebody to adjust their own box spacing to fit their baits, not fit your baits to the spaces. I think the key is ventilation holes in the bottom. Most of the boxes don't, so they vent water drainage, finding your bait immediately, strength in terms of the materials, blocking the UV. It's a deck extension and tackle storage, so it has really a dual purpose and dual use basically within the boat.
There are many steps in building the box.
So this is kind of like small batch manufacturing process. Probably about 2.5 to 3 hours from start to finish.
It all starts with the frame. First, raw materials are cut with a table saw. Then a router smooths the rough edges.
I really love what I do, and do what I love.
It's all about the glue, a secret glue, creating the perfect seal.
So this is called capillary method. And you gotta be careful that you don't overglue.
The sides and inserts are cut with a planer, measured for a snug fit and secured into place. Each box is customized with the angler in mind, hopefully housing that lucky bait that lands this guy. Up next, we finish our build, load our baits, and find out if the bite is on. You're watching Made for the Outdoors.
Made for the Outdoors is brought to you by Central Boiler, Mountain Dew, Running Aces Casino and Racetrack, B&W Trailer Hitches, Bonfi, Alumacraft, and by Game Fair.
Welcome back to Made for the Outdoors. The land of 10,000 lakes is home to some monster muskies. Some call it the fish of 10,000 casts. Others say it's a once-in-a-lifetime catch. Their size is as impressive as their fight.
Lake of the Woods muskie, and it's just flawless.
Bob Schmidt is not only an avid angler, but he is also the entrepreneur who designed just Encase muskie tackle boxes. These clear polycarbonate boxes are strong and have numerous compartments to organize your expensive baits and lures. Bob puts in long hours in the shop.
Probably somewhere around 14 or 15 stations. They all serve different purposes in terms of within the process. This is a deck box. This will actually be a front box, and this one back here is the tandem setup in terms of for a Ranger 04 Ranger 621. Inside of here will be lift-out boxes, removable boxes, 2 of them on each side.
Once the frame of the tackle box is complete, the glue must dry. A humidifier increases moisture in the shop, creating the perfect conditions for the glue to adhere.
The humidity is very critical in terms of the gluing, and it's not only both the appearance, but it's also the strength of the hold as well. So I have to control the humidity. That's why we have the dehumidifiers going at all times. The only time that there's no issue with it is in the wintertime.
While Bob works, Gracie oversees the project.
She's my companion. She's my watchdog. She's my doorbell.
Oh, sure. We have to work, Gracie. We have to work. These cases won't build themselves.
Next, it's time to craft the cover.
So it's going to get noisy. So now I'm going to glue down the edges. So I need to make sure that they're square.
Inserts are installed and the notching begins.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Each section will have a 1-inch notch cut into it to hang a lure. These are evenly spaced out so you don't have a tangled mess.
These are the receiving partitions that make it internally adjustable.
Final assembly includes adding the handles, hinges, rivets, and latches.
air and ventilation holes on the bottom, polishing everything up, and it's ready to go.
These boxes come with the whatever you want option, customized for the angler, and clearly create a safe, reliable tackle box.